Hi guys, how are you? This is Lois. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and safe wherever you are. Today I want to tell you about 10 things that you should stop doing as far as Canadian immigration is concerned. Okay, Canadian immigration. This may actually apply to other countries' immigration, but I'm licensed to offer my immigration services here in Canada, so I'm going to focus on Canada. Okay guys, have you subscribed? Thank you. If you haven't, please do subscribe, like and share. I do offer, so for people who are new here today, my name is Lois. I'm based in Calgary and I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I offer immigration services ranging from consultations to applications, immigration applications, permanent residents, refugees, work permits, study permits, schools, etc. Our services are at www.mileleimmigrationservices.ca, and I'm going to put the link to that address at the description part of this video. If you need my services, kindly please book a consultation on the website. Okay guys, anyway, which are these 10 things? I've seen people make mistakes, and I'm giving this information out of personal experience, emails that I receive from a lot of people, because believe you me, I get a lot of emails, and some other things that I come across when I'm consulting with a lot of you. Okay, number one, please stop looking for easy and straightforward means to get to Canada. I cannot say how many times I hear that term on any given day. Maybe I hear about that 50 times. Guys, easy and straightforward and Canadian immigration, they don't go in the same sentence. Okay? Because it means you're looking for a quicker, faster, shorter way to come here. That is going to be a lie. If someone is promising you for an easy way to immigrate, there's nothing easy about immigration. If there was something easy, believe you me, everybody would be here. But from the people who've been here, if you have friends or relatives, ask them. It's a journey, it's tedious, it's very involving, it's taxing. So there isn't that. Okay, if you're seeking immigration based on those parameters, then you're seeking to expose yourself to scammers and money loss. Okay, you will be very frustrated looking for easy ways of immigration. I know people are doing easy on YouTube, and because of course I'm a YouTuber, I know times we say easy, but easy is relative. Okay, number two, seek to understand what the Canadian immigration means to you, and understand that it's on merit. Okay, it's never what someone can do for you, it's what your profile can do for you. When people seek consultations with me, I tell them I can only do this much. I bring in the professionalism, the legal, that is that much. You have to do this much. It's not necessarily what I do, it's what your profile does based on education. It's what you qualify for. It's what, Canada has over 60 programs right now. But what can you check the boxes for? Age, education, work experience, languages, adaptability, etc., finances, health, criminality, all those, they got nothing to do with me, but everything to do with you. Okay, so you should seek to understand how Canadian immigration fits, or how rather you fit into the Canadian immigration. What do you qualify for? What are your best chances? What is your chances of success? Do you have 50-50 chances of success? Do you have 60%? Do you have 90% chances? Even if you qualify for something, do you even want to pursue it? Okay, understand the Canadian immigration system before you embark on it. Number three, okay, please stop seeking legal or professional advice when it's too late. A lot of people seek for professional advice after the fact. I have seen people who will write to me and say, Lois, I want to come to Canada and seek asylum. based on blah blah. And I'm like, okay, do you want to book a consultation so that you tell me more about your story and I can tell you if it qualifies and the kind of, how to approach the claim processing and the kind of documents that you need to present. And that person doesn't. And then later on, they come to the port of entry and they call me and they say, Lois, I'm being deported. Do you see how that went? You are seeking legal help after the fact. You could have prevented that deportation if you sought legal advice at the right time. So guys, please seek legal advice before you start these processes. It's really important. I cannot emphasize on that. I know it could come at a cost, but the cost of a consultation could save your life, could save you a lot of money and heartache and deportations. Okay, guys? So, a stitch in time saves 9, guys. Number 4. Stop starting your immigration journey after you lose your job and source of income. Guys, please. And I'm not talking about business people. I'm saying source of income. So assuming you're employed or you had a business and now you've lost your business, you've lost your employment, you have nothing, you have no income. Please stop doing that. If possible, seek immigration when you're still in good standing, when you have economic security, because the moment you don't have employment, you are undesirable in the eyes of Canadian immigration. Sorry, but it's the truth. If you don't have a job, if you don't have any income, these guys are not going to be willing to give you a study permit or a visitor visa, okay? Unless you're young and you're just from school. But as a mature person who has no money, who has no source of income, then you don't look like a motivated person to go back to your country. That's what I mean. On the other hand, even if you're looking for employment, you find that when you're getting a job here, your employer may want references from your past employer. So now if you've already left employment, most of the time people don't live in good terms. Maybe you burnt up all the bridges and now you want a reference letter and nobody can give you because you've already left. Okay, you also find that the moment you're not employed, like some of the provincial nomination programs are gonna start deducting points if you're not currently employed at the time of application. So you are more desirable when you have a source of income when you are employed, guys. Stop waiting until you hit rock bottom and say, hey, I think now there's nothing here for me in my country. How about I pursue Canada? No, you need to be on good, solid ground so that Canada may find you desirable. Okay, guys. Number 5. I do not know how to say this without offending some people. I'm really sorry for offending you, but I gotta say it. Stop sending your loser relatives to Canada. I have to use that word for lack of a better word. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay? So, you all know what I'm talking about. I'm from Africa, so I believe that some of you understand what I mean. We all have deep down, when you look at your family tree, most of us have some siblings or relatives who are going nowhere. And what I mean going nowhere is that we have tried, or you have tried everything with a sibling. You have helped them. Some of them are firstborns, and you find that the lastborn is trying to get opportunities for this firstborn who is 40, 50. They have children. They can't hold on to jobs. They can't hold on to relationships. They can't finish school. They can't hold on to anything. They can't finish things that they started. Okay? They have zero initiative. You've tried, starting businesses for them. They fail in business. They, we say where I come from, they ate the money, as in you give them, some seed capital for the business. But, instead of replenishing the business, they kind of, consumed all that. So they don't know how to run businesses. And you find that you feel frustrated by these relatives and you're trying to get them opportunities abroad. Unfortunately, bringing them to places like Canada, you're sending them to depression, because this country doesn't want dependent people. It needs people who are independent. Unfortunately, they're already depending on you in your country. They are a burden to you, and now you want to offload and export your burden. Please, if you don't want them, nobody wants them. If you don't want them, Canada will not want them. If you cannot contain them, if you cannot help them where you are, it's going to be very hard for you to support them where you cannot intervene in case they're falling off. Otherwise, they're going to get into depression, mental illnesses, homelessness, and all the other vices that you do not want. So do everybody a favor, yourself, them, and Canada, and keep them at home where you can help them from a place of comfort. Okay, guys? Number 6. Please, please, please. This is for the older guys. Stop approaching immigration as your retirement plan. You know, you want to immigrate to thrive. So some people are trying to come here after they work. They want to work where they are, and they think that, oh, you know what? I want to immigrate to Canada when I'm 60. And there's nothing wrong about being 60, guys. So don't come after me for saying about 60. There's nothing wrong. The people are coming here in their 50s because there are some programs that are attracting older people, like, you know, the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot or any other pilot program that wants experienced people. So you find that those programs, they may take people in their 50s. But then if you want to work abroad and think that you'll have many opportunities coming to Canada later, you are deceiving yourself, because opportunities decrease with your age. Okay? You're going to find it, even if you find your footing in Canada at that time, it could be very hard for you, you know, to get an immigration pathway, which you can, you know, you can use to become a permanent resident, because most likely you won't be qualifying for any immigration program after the age of 60. Again, how many people want to hire people who are 60? Again, I say that I got nothing against 60-year-olds and above, but ask me as an employer here, I would not be hiring someone who is 60 unless they are a CEO. You know, they have years and years of experience running big companies for many years, and mergers, and, you know, like rare talent and work experience. Otherwise, if I need an admin assistant, I'm not going to be hiring a 50-year-old. I want to hire a millennial. I want to have someone who has a sharp brain and who has much to offer, and who is not dealing with life complexities that come with age. Okay, guys? So come when you're desirable, when you have things to offer. Start planning. If you want to immigrate, you're better off. You're going to reap and benefit being in this country when you're younger. Okay? If you're older, at times when I consult with people, I do tell them, you know, at your age, if you have children who can come to school, to university, you're better off giving them that opportunity to come study, because later on they can sponsor you as a parent. Okay, guys, enough of that. Number 7, please stop focusing on looking for jobs in order to immigrate. Instead, focus on looking for an immigration pathway that gets you into Canada, after which you are gonna have lots of opportunities here for employment. Okay? If you're looking for a job, if you insist that you must get a job before you come to Canada, make sure that you possess a rare talent and extraordinary education, and that your job is really in demand. Okay? Otherwise, you could be looking for that job for years and years without success. Guess what happens? If you're looking for a job for 2-3 years, you are losing on time. You need to understand the value of time when it comes to immigration, period. Value of time in immigration. Time is very costly. It's one of the most expensive things when it comes to immigration, because what happens over time? You're waiting for 3 years, immigration policies do change, pandemics do happen, you lose points with age, relationships change, you know, marriages happen, marriages unhappen, children happen, you know, things happen that could further complicate your immigration capability. Okay, guys? So Focus on immigrating and getting a job. I know a lot of people, they want to feel like they have security, but believe you me, all of us, we are immigrants. We came here. The moment you come here, you're going to find jobs. But if you're insisting that you must get a job before you come here, you might as well give up on your dream. Just saying. Okay? Number 8. Oh my God. Please pay attention, guys. I actually do charge people for this piece of advice. Stop spending money on Canadian immigration until you understand the value for spending that money. What do I mean? Okay? Don't just go with the trends. I know as YouTubers, we make you crazy. We are making things trend. There's fear of missing out. You see, everybody is doing IELTS. Everybody is doing education credential assessment. Those things cost money, my friend. They cost money. Before you do all those, understand, do I actually need that? What do I qualify for? That is the biggest question. Ask yourself, what do I qualify for? What are the requirements for that thing that I qualify for? Then go spend money after that, okay? If you do not understand your eligibility, please, you'd rather seek a consultation. Pay a small fee for consultation to fully understand how you fit in the Canadian immigration and what you need. Then go get that, the requirements like that, and now you'll be spending your money wisely. So many times people come to me, they're like, Lois, I'm ready for the application. I'm like, which application? I don't know. I want you to tell me what I qualify for. I already did education credential assessment. I already did IELTS. And I'm like, okay, tell me. And I'm like, you actually didn't need to do this because you don't qualify for this. There are times people have come with all those, but they don't have qualifying work experience. And I'm like, IELTS costs you $300. Education credential assessment costs you something similar to that. So you've already spent, $600, $700, almost $800, depending on where you did them. And you've spent that much money for what? Maybe you didn't need that. Maybe you think that you did that because you're a skilled immigrant. But what are your chances for that skilled immigration? Maybe you should come here as a student. And now if you're coming as a student, guess what? You don't need those IELTS. You don't need that education credential assessment. If you need IELTS, you may need another type of IELTS. So I see people come to me and I tell them, you actually need the IELTS general, not IELTS academic. They already have academic. Now they have to go do general. And that's wastage of money. Don't spend money. The only money you should spend is getting professional help until you understand your situation. Then now you can spend money knowing the value for spending that money. Okay? Other people, they're getting packages from agents. There's nothing wrong with that. But someone is giving you a package and you don't understand what it is you're doing, what it is you qualify for. And those people, they later come and consult with me and tell me, I actually have this agent who is doing this and this for me, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, you already paid 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 Canadian dollars, but you didn't understand. You applied for something that you have zero chance of success. Before you do that, please seek legal advice before you spend thousands of Canadian dollars. Okay, guys, number 9. Not giving full disclosures. I cannot tell you how many times people withhold vital information, material fact. Okay? Please stop withholding information. I don't know why people feel the need to withhold information, like, have you ever been denied a visa? And they say no. If you're dealing with an agent, let your agent fully understand that you are denied a visa, because if you say no, you could be caught with misrepresentation. Okay? Give full disclosures of your relationships, children born out of wedlock. Please disclose your children. Okay, guys, disclose relationships. Some people, I ask them, so what's your relationship status? They want to hear whether they want to say married or common law. Please, just give full disclosure. The only time someone is going to be able to help you best is if they understand your situation. At times, I also find that people struggle with providing their resume. Like, seriously, you don't have classified information. Why are you worried about providing your resume? Your resume is a representation of your facts. So please provide an updated resume. That way someone can advise you with the right information in the right way. Okay? So The other thing I must mention, parents mostly suffer from this, and it's from not just African parents. I've seen this even with other nationalities, even from Europe, whereby parents, they know they're sending their children to Canada. Of course, they have to convince the visa officer that they have the financial muscle. They have money, they have property, but they do not want to disclose their finances in full. I don't know for what fear. I've heard Kenyans say they are worried about KRA, that is the Kenya Revenue Agency. Come on, Kenya Revenue Agency and Canadian immigration, they are not related. So Canadian immigration is not going to share your information with Kenya Revenue Agency. So please, feel free to share, show your financial muscle. It's up to you to convince the visa officer that you can actually afford to pay school fees for your child. It's a shame, and a big shame, and I've gone through this, whereby parents, a visa is denied because a parent didn't want to disclose all the money they had. So they just show one bank account with this limited amount of money, where they had lots and lots of money lying elsewhere. They also didn't want to show that they have 4 or 5 cars. So they just showed one car, and at the end of the day, it looks like your ties are weak. So please, not just parents, even guardians, or if you're paying school fees for someone, please show that you can afford to pay for their schools. The other people who also need to hear this, if you're supporting somebody's immigration, especially like provincial nominations, your name is appended there, and that's why that person got the extra points for that province. Please ensure that you can also disclose your personal information. So whether that is the Canadian Revenue Agency, what do we call it here? The tax details. So if you're paying taxes in Canada, make sure that you can disclose that information, whether you own your house, your employment details. So please be ready to disclose that. I don't know why people feel like they don't want to show Canadian immigration. Anyway, it's up to you to support your application, guys. Number 10. Please, guys, stop being lazy. Not everybody, but there are people who are lazy, who want to do bare minimum. Of course, I'm not talking to you. No, not you, but there's someone else who is lazy, and I come across this so many times. They want to do the bare minimum. If I can just give you my passport and you take me to Canada, get me a job, package me, get me a job whereby I don't have to do anything. I just have to exist and have a passport. People, it doesn't work like that. Okay? It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of work. Believe me. There are people who are actually diligent enough, and they do these applications for themselves. They can tell you that they spent hours and hours of research and applications and forms and justifications trying to do their own applications. It's not easy. Okay, as I said. So back to number 1. There's nothing easy. You gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the resources. It needs resources. It needs time. It needs patience. It needs grace and faith. Okay, those are all virtues that you need to possess when you're dealing with Canadian immigration. Okay, stop doing bare minimum. Okay, there's some people I tell, and I see that, you need this, you need that, you need that, you need it in this. They just, even I've seen shoddy resumes, shoddy cover letters. I'm like, this resume doesn't even speak about you. And you could just spend a little more time to make sure that your resume is a total representation of your qualifications. You have a well done cover letter. You have reference letters in the desired format. So if a province says that we want reference letters that look like this, please make sure you follow that to T. Attention to detail is very, very important when you're dealing with immigration. So bare minimum, quit the bare minimum mentality. Otherwise, you put in a bare minimum application and it's going to be rejected as fast as it gets there. So guys, when we approach this, my parting shot, eligibility is important when you're dealing with Canadian immigration. Very important. Finances are also very important. But do you know what is importanter? Yes, strategy, my friends. You need strategy. The right strategy is going to take you far. Otherwise, you may have it all, but you have the wrong strategy. You waste time, you waste money. Seek legal advice. I know it's a small cost to pay for the right pathway for peace of mind. Believe you me, you see me here. I know I educate you here for free. I consult for a fee, but I also do consultations when things are thick, because I also come across thick stuff, things that I'm not well equipped on. I do my PMEs, I do my CPDs, I do a lot of research, okay? And that's why I charge for my services. But I also come across tough situations, and guess what? I seek consultations. I seek consultations from senior counsel here. And believe you me, the consultations I pay for are not 150 Canadian dollars an hour. I pay 350 Canadian dollars an hour to talk to an experienced senior counsel or someone whom I know is doing really well or has a lot of experience in whatever I am not feeling like I'm well equipped in, and they take me through the process. I do that. So you can also do that. There's no shame in seeking help. Please have a teachable spirit, because if you don't have a teachable spirit, you're going to be wasting a lot of time moving from agent to agent to agent. And I see those things. Please, please, please. I hope I can save you, time and money and some sanity with the 10 mistakes that I just talked about here. So guys, please take care, and I will see you at my next video.